Face It is a multimedia art project in response to the widespread portrayal of faceless women in art and culture today. This project celebrates and amplifies the voices of female artists, activists, and thought leaders by turning the women who are changing this narrative into fierce art.
My name is Laurel Swerdlow. I am Policy Director for Planned Parenthood Advocates of Oregon.
I'm Carrie Hammer. I'm the founder of the movement Role Models, Not Runway Models. I'm a fashion designer, an entrepreneur, and a champion of women everywhere.
Recently, I was so surprised when several people walked into this gallery, looked around at all these paintings of strong, empowered women, and said to me, "Sarah, I love your work. The colors are great, like the aesthetics are awesome, but could you create a custom piece for me? I'm thinking something a little like this." And they'd pull out their phone and they'd show me an image of a nude, headless woman. And when this kept happening to me, I realized there's a problem. Because when you take away a woman's face, you take away her voice. And this experience made me feel compelled to create Face It.
The way that women are so often represented as being just a body without a face or an identity is problematic for so many reasons. Image after image after image of women without faces, we start to see women only as sex symbols. What that does is it enables women to be passed over in job opportunities. It enables sexual harassment. It enables rape culture.
I was born in the mid-'80s. If you look at the advertising back then, even now, it's very overly sexualized women. Luckily, I have a very strong role model in my mother who always emphasized, it's like who you are, it's what you believe in, it's what you know. I got my mom's eyes and my mom's super wide smile. And I think to pull the pieces apart, when I pulled my nose away, I just don't like my nose. I think the second you start picking things apart is when the soul is gone. And when you take away the soul and the true beauty, it is an object.
All of the women have a painted mask, and the concept is they're sort of submerging into water, and the water is helping to dissipate the mask. So the masks are sort of a metaphor for how society places these masks or these projections of what they want to see onto women. My hope is to visually portray that those societal expectations are sort of just brushing off of these women. So on one hand, they're masked in a negative way. On the other hand, they're superhero masks.
Within my space of reproductive health advocacy, I feel generally that women and femmes are centered and seen as important. Within politics, broadly speaking, even from the first handshake, I can feel kind of a tension in them sizing me up as a small woman who's coming forward to be their equal. And I grapple a lot with the fact that my work is driven by my anger. It's dangerous to feel angry about something so passionately that you want to make your life's work around that anger. Then recently, in the past, I would say probably 5 years, I feel like I've learned how to harness my energy and this sense that I have of not being able to do anything but speak my mind in a way that I can really harness that, what I believe to be innate power in me.
I love changing the world for women, and I think there's a lot of different ways you can do it. I created a fashion line and I said I want to put role models on the runway in lieu of traditional models. My customers have daughters the age of traditional models. There's no way I can send 18-year-old young women down the runway when my clients have 18-year-old girls. And I think when we take something we see all the time and receive it in a different light that makes us think, that's when we can really change opinions.
There's so many beautiful ways that so many people are adding to this conversation, and I feel like what I can contribute through Face It, through the work that I'm creating in the world, is making art that is celebratory and beautiful and empowering, that holds up and sheds a light on these brilliant, beautiful people who are moving us forward as a society.